our society, there's a strong drive to fit in. We are taught an idea of what is normal, and anything that deviates from that may be looked down upon or rejected. Some people are very good at hiding their eccentricities, while others don't believe in trying to do so. I fall in the second category. I'm an odd person, but I spent many years pretending to be like everyone else, mimicking their behavior. I no longer pretend, and it is incredibly freeing. With the desire to have people on the spectrum blend in being so common, both by themselves and their parents, it seems like many feel like they have to hide who they are and pretend to be normal. I'll let you in on a secret though. Normal is boring. I would much rather be unique and interesting than normal and boring. Plus, normal is a relative term and varies depending on where you go, who you are, what you think. Diversity is an immensely important thing in every fashion. It is healthy for a species from an evolutionary perspective. It makes my life more varied and interesting when there is diversity. Imagine if every person on this planet looked, sounded, and thought exactly the same way. It would be horrible. You'd have seen and experienced everything that there was to experience in an instant. Thus, doesn't it make sense to celebrate diversity, especially neurodiversity? Autistic people have an extremely unique and potentially valuable perspective, if the world is willing to put value in it and listen. Whether they speak verbally or use technology to facilitate communication, their input should be recognized and respected. This is what makes me implore parents of autistic children to let your child be themselves. If they want to be odd, let them be odd. Respect them as people and individuals. You wouldn't want someone devaluing you as a person, expecting you to pretend to be someone you're not. Autistic people have areas of difficulties, often to a serious extent, but so does everyone else. Non-autistic people aren't perfect either, and they often screw up badly too. We need to have patience for ourselves and patience for others, and acceptance for everyone. As long as their actions don't hurt anyone, let your autistic child do things how they feel comfortable doing them. Let them be the person that they are. When I was a kid, I did a lot of weird stuff. I read through pages of the dictionary and the thesaurus, and someone who saw that might think I was just wasting his time reading random words, but it increased my vocabulary, extensively. Sometimes I would make weird noises or sing songs, and that turned out to be helpful in making videos. I could imagine some parents getting on their kid for doing these things, especially if it annoyed them, but those are things I still do to this day. Ultimately, whether your child's behavior ends up working out for them in the long run, if it makes them feel better or more comfortable or less anxious, as long as it isn't hurting anyone, then why would you want to stop that? Because it looks weird? Because strangers might stop and stare? If the opinion of others mean more to you than the mental and emotional well-being of your child, then you may want to step back and reassess your priorities. People are always going to be judgmental, it seems, but that doesn't mean you have to let it dictate your behavior and your response. Let people be who and what they are, and maybe we'll all get along a little bit better. Thanks so much for watching. Thanks for coming by. Have a good day. Hey everybody, Ultimate Oddball here. If you want to stay up to date with my videos, click subscribe. I release a new video on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. I do gaming commentary and review. I talk about my experiences on the autism spectrum, and I share my opinions and thoughts on a variety of matters. My hope is that, through my videos, I can help to dispel some of the misinformation, confusion, and negativity people have regarding autism. Thank you for helping me do that by watching these videos.